going on, everybody? We have a special project today. This is a Ford F-150 FX2. This truck has 96,000 miles on it, so it does have some mileage on it, but it has plenty of miles left. And the truck's been a little bit neglected, so we want to put some love back into this and show you that just because your truck or your car may have a little bit of miles on it, doesn't mean it can't look good. All right, getting started on the truck. This truck was actually brought to us by our office manager's brother, who built us this awesome conference lunch table that we put in our lunchroom, and we're actually trading him that table for this detail. So we got quite a lot of work to do on this truck, and I'm excited to get started. We're gonna start by prepping it. There's a lot of love bugs on the front. This is from Florida. We got a lot of work to do this. The paint is faded. We gotta polish out the paint, remove all the bugs. We're gonna clean it. A lot of faded trim. We're gonna use a product on this trim to bring it back to life and make it look brand new. When I was driving it, I noticed that there's a lot of water spots all over the windows. The top is pretty faded, it's pretty pink, it's not red anymore, so we may end up wrapping that in a satin black film. Otherwise, we're gonna clean it, we're gonna paint correct it, we're doing the whole interior. There's a bunch of dog hair and everything in there, so we'll clean that, we'll do all the leather seats and polish it. We'll put a ceramic coating on it, we'll do all the trim, and we're gonna make this thing look brand new. You can see the headlights, they still look like they have bug residue on it, but it's not actually bug residue. It's actually etching that is in form of bug residue. So that's what it looks like. And a lot of people mistake that as, I still have bugs on the front of my car. No, you don't. It's actually etching. That's what happens when you leave bugs on too long on the front end. They actually etch and they stain here. We're gonna polish this all up. We're actually gonna redo these headlights. Sand them down, repolish them, and we'll probably put a protective film over them so this doesn't happen again. All right, now that everything's prepped, we can start on the interior detail part. All right, first step, we're gonna remove all the personal belongings, and then we're gonna do a blowout, which we use the vacuum in the air, and we just blow out all the cracks, the crevices, the seats, in between the seats, all the vents, the cup holders, the dash, just blow everything out, and then we can start the cleaning process. All right, we just got finished with the interior. Everything is clean, carpets are clean, leather's clean, all the plastic and vinyls are clean. Now it's time to protect everything. For that, we're gonna be using these two products, Dr. Beasley's Leather Cream and Dr. Beasley's Plastic Conditioner. What I like about these products is they both have UV inhibitors in it, and they leave the surface a matte finish. It's not gonna be greasy, it doesn't have any silicone in there, it's not gonna be slippery. So I really love using these products as a protectant for the interior. Let's get to it. All right, next step is to fix these headlights. You can see there's a lot of stains and etching from the love bugs sitting on here. You can also see it's all yellow. If it's yellow, normally headlights will have a clear coat from the factory, a UV coat on it, and they'll last a long time. If you see that this is yellow, it means that that top coat is gone and you have no protection there. So that's when we have to do headlight restoration, which what we're gonna do now. So I'm gonna sand these down. I'm gonna start with 1500 grit sandpaper, and I'm gonna see if I can sand all this staining and all this love bug etching out of it, get all this yellow out of it, and then we'll follow it up with 2500, and then we'll polish it out, and then we'll protect these. Sanded all those imperfections out of the headlight there. You can kind of see it's nice and hazy now. To make it easier to buff out, we're going to use 2500 just to make those 1500 scratches less predominant. And then we can just use a regular compound, and I'll probably use a 3-inch pad because it's easier to use on these headlights, and make it nice and clear. What's up, bro? What do you got going on?
Waiting for the AMG GT to show up.
You want to wrap this top in satin black? You got time?
Do that. I was gonna see if I can get on a computer upstairs and then blast this out, but it just needs to get done, I think.
Yeah, well, this is Justin's brother's car, so we're doing a full correction detail. There's a lot of stuff going on it, and he asked if we had time, see if we can do a satin black roof. So if you got time to do it.
I got time.
Sweet. Hear the crowd scream, hey, hey, let us go. I wouldn't let you settle down here below. When there's no one to blame, it's a hoax, it's a shame, that's all. In the city of dreams, that is all you've been waiting for. Do you ever
Strata 70 going on the windshield. All right, headlights are looking good now once we sanded and polished them down, and they're looking nice. So we want to keep them looking nice. We have a few different options when we come to protecting this headlight. We can use a wax, we can use a sealant, and it'll last 3 to 4 or 5, 6 months with that. We can put a ceramic coating on there also, and it'll last a year and a half. But we want to extend the life of these, and to do that, we're going to put paint protection film over them. And then we won't have to worry about these turning yellow or staining again. If they do get a bunch of love bugs on there, we can just take the film off and replace them too. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna install paint protection film on the lights. All right, time to start the paint correction process on the F-150. We're gonna be using machines and compounds and polishes to polish away any swirl marks, scratches, any of the faded dead paint. We're gonna polish all that away so it can be nice and shiny and shine bright like a diamond. we got a couple spots here. All Tadas is buffing that we see. And I know that Justin's brother did attempt a coating on this, and we have a few spots, which are high spots, which is coating left behind, and they're not polishing off, are they?
Not really. I've been going to hammer that.
There's a few of them. There's some over here.
Yeah, you can see I didn't really
There's streaky lines over here. So I think we're gonna have to just do a little bit of wet sanding in those areas to get that off. Truck's coming along nicely. We're doing the compounding, getting all the major defects out of the paint, and then we'll follow it up with a polish. I just got done doing these two windows here. There was a lot of water spotting, so we used CarPro Surrey glass to get that out, and really happy. It did awesome. It looks brand new. Everything's gone. So I got to do the other side, and then we'll get to polishing, and then tomorrow we'll get coating the paint and doing all the trim, take the wheels off and get those coated. Should be good to go tomorrow. All right, it is now time to protect the truck. Everything is clean and corrected. We're gonna start off by using solution finish on all the black faded trim. So pretty simple to use. We're gonna cut this up, this old foam pad, and then apply it to all the black porous trim, let it dry for a couple minutes and wipe off the excess. I couldn't find the scissors. Well, there she is. She still has 96,000 miles on her, but she doesn't look like she has 96,000 miles on her anymore. Really happy with the results. I think Justin's brother is going to be very happy with the results too, so let's head over to Lombard and see what he thinks.